Alright, welcome back to More Than Peachy's Gaming. I'm your host, Mune, and today we are continuing off with World of Final Fantasy. This is day 3, so if you haven't checked out day 1 or 2, I would go take a look at those. Let's go ahead and get started.
World of Final Fantasy.
I believe where we left off last time was that we had gotten through the Dragon Scars and have made it to Nibelheim. So, last time I had gone to the other town, grabbed a few things, and are heading off to, back to Ninewood Hills because I haven't been there in a while, and I'm overstocked on,
My senses are telling me some kind of door has appeared in Ninewood Hills.
That's a little awkward.
What's this thing?
It sure looks like a door, but does it even go anywhere?
Hello? Let's check it out.
What? Hey!
What?
Where are we now?
Visitors? What an unusual surprise.
Who are you? And where are we?
My name is... Huh? It was right there on the tip of my tongue. Use it or lose it, I suppose. Oh, but this is my tea room. So who are you? Will you join me for tea?
Well, you might say that we're sort of passing through. But I'm Lon, and this is...
It's Rain, and my brother and I are from Ninewood Hills.
Lon and Rain from Ninewood Hills. Of course! I had a dream about this. I saw the two of you come here. Today's the day.
Huh?
Right. I think I might know why you've come here. Shall we get started?
Sorry, come again? You know what me and Rain are doing here, even though we don't have the slightest clue?
Mm-hmm. You're keepers looking for new mirages. You've come to touch the souls of your friends, their past, present, and future, to step into their shoes and fight when mirages threaten them and they need you most, to sway them towards success. Correct?
I don't know.
Whoa, dude. That was a lot of words. Hey, Rain, you follow that?
Nope. I'm officially lost.
So, whose soul will you touch? Good evening. What now?
Hey, what are these Armagem things?
You found some Armagems?
We're not exactly sure what they're for, but we did turn up a few.
That's good. They have great value here. You can think of those gems as a kind of token.
Token?
Yes. In order to touch another's soul, or to tamper with time, first, you must offer compensation, hence the Armagems, tokens you can pay in recompense.
Oh, so the more we find, the more stuff we can do here.
Right.
But isn't that kind of dodging the question? Okay, they're tokens, but where do they come from?
You needn't wonder about every little thing.
Huh?
The world has some secrets. You're simply better off not knowing.
Okay.
Welcome to the... What now? Which champion? What now? Whose soul?
Oh gee. I love how that's automatically open.
What now?
Wait, how much does it
Whose
cost? Okay, so it costs 2 and this one costs 2.
What now?
I'm just gonna grab the Warrior of Light for right now.
What's this stuff about invoking champions?
With invocation, you can call upon the mediums you've met for help, and then they will fight alongside you in the field of battle.
Dude, what? Really?
Really? The catch is, you can only invoke their power for a very limited time. Basically, they pop right in and whoosh right back out.
Pop. Whoosh. Got it. All the same, the fact that we can invoke them at all, it sounds pretty useful.
Yeah, it'll make collecting mirages way easier.
All right, but there are restrictions. First, not all mediums are champions. They must awaken to their true potential before you can invoke them. Furthermore, some champions awaken in stages, and each to their own abilities. You'll need armor gems to awaken them, and you'll want to put some thought into who you're going to invoke, and at what time for that matter.
Yeah.
And invoking isn't free. You have to bend all kinds of divine rules to pull it off, which means more compensation.
And I guess we can't pay in armor gems?
Not the gems. Use those here to awaken champions. To invoke, you'll have to store up a different kind of tender. Why don't you think of it as a kind of gauge? When you have enough champion points, you can invoke them.
Oh, that's super easy to understand. So, how do we go about storing champion points then?
Wear down your souls.
Huh?
To put it simply, the gauge fills when you're hurt, and when you defeat mirages.
Right. Okay. So basically all we have to do is keep fighting.
Correct.
Oh, I won't overthink it.
Oh, one thing. Many champions can be found across Grimoire, but you will only be able to call upon 3 of them at any given time. Think carefully about the situation, and choose the champion suited to the task at hand.
But why?
It takes a lot of connecting the dots to make sure they can reach you. Unfortunately, 3 is the most that I can handle. But if you're willing to offer up your souls as additional portals, then I could arrange something.
I am pretty sure there's no way that can be good, so we'll pass.
Alright, now I can equip champion medals. I don't have a whole lot of choices. My choices right now are Warrior of Light, Balthier, and Sura. All of the new ones that came with Maxima that I unlocked in my previous playthrough are not here. Gotta love Balthier. Balthier's costs 2, but it hits all the enemies and topple strength is high. And it's water damage, so pretty cool. I'm gonna switch out my mirror jewels before I forget. Water We're gonna go ahead and go with Blizzaga. Find the damn thing. There it is. And then lawn. I almost feel like I don't need this on right now. Not yet. Yeah, gotta get this all the way up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put Ultima on, in case I need it. Okay. So I don't really need anything else here.
That face! Oh, I hate walking everywhere. I can read you like a book.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, I know a lazy slacker when I see one.
Hey!
What's up?
Oh, just some news you may find of interest. It'll blow your little minds. Why? Because you will never believe this.
Yeah?
All throughout Ninewood Hills, I have staked out some windways.
Windways?
Steak! Now that you mention it, I'm starving. Have you got anything else tasty on the menu?
Oh, sure. Here you are. Might I recommend today's special, the Sahagin soup?
Stop that! We'll never get to the point if you egg him on like that!
Huh? You want eggs?
Oh, fried? Sunny side up?
All we've got is scrambled.
Just tell us about the windways!
Oh, they're basically just shortcuts. The kids call it fast travel. You get to zip around every which way using one of those gooey doohickeys. Yep.
I don't think you're allowed to go there.
So what if the food's a little gooey? I'll still eat it.
We are not talking about food!
Oh. Wait, I get it. All that business about steak, that was a pun. Nice one, Lon.
Oh, thank you.
Don't tell me you thought he was serious!
I realized something just now. We can never leave Lon and Seraphy alone together.
Nothing good could come of it.
Here.
Alright. Need to go to the shop real quick. Huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot about
What
this.
is this place?
Lon! Are you alright?
Yeah. Did you just see that?
Should you two be here?
A Tonberry?
Quite so. A Tonberry through and through. Now should you children be this far afield?
For, what now?
He's asking if we're lost. I guess he's got a point. I have no idea where we are.
As I thought. Then you should both come with me at once. It's not safe here. I give you the Colosseum.
I'm already well aware of time attack. I didn't really do any time attack during my last playthrough, but hey, look. Journalist notes. I wanted to go to the store.
So, welcome to.
Huh. You can only have 3 Seraphones on you at a time. That's weird. Kind of unfair, too.
Thank you!
Alright, just hopping along. I'm not gonna use fast travel all the time. Light. Okay. This probably does look weird. Okay. Alright, back to Nibelheim. So last time I was here, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of... Hey, look. Alright, before we go anywhere else, I'm gonna go ahead and... I promised last time I would do this. That's a key item. Because we got another Apocrypha, which I believe is part 2. Wow, this is long. Wow. So, 109th Junker Brigade Part 2. 4 years ago, reports of people being terrorized by a mysterious menace near the cemetery in the twilight hours began to emerge. Initial investigators hypothesized that this menace was a rogue Esper of some sort, but it was unlike any Esper encountered before. It seemed to possess no real thought or emotion, and was much more akin to the mechanical Magitech armors that materialized from the cubes. But somehow, the inorganic fused with the organic, creating a mechanical organism that acted on its own. Why such a thing suddenly appeared in the kingdom and was attacking people remained a mystery. Ominously, they continued to spawn at the cemetery, a symbol of the end of life. To deal with the new threat, the Order of the Circle created a new military task force called the Junker Brigade. Roxanne, having had several years of experience using cubes in battle, was named commander of the 109th Junker Brigade. The Phantom tank fires its projectile at Roxanne's crimson gear. Roxanne craftily evades the barrage by crossing her vehicle's bird-like legs and spinning. And in the same graceful motion, Roxanne flanks the Phantom tank and aims the quad cannon attached to her MA's left arm. This makes it 6. Blinding light erupts from the quad cannon and reduces the Phantom train to ashes. Shouts of praise erupt from a nearby brigade member. "Wow, sister, your stick skills are as sharp as ever. Stop calling me that," Roxanne replies with a glare. Biggs, the second in command, rallies the troops. "Let's not have the commander take all the glory. Hoorah!" Perhaps it is because the greatest knight of the circle is watching, but the brigade seems to be performing even better than usual, taking out the Phantom tanks with ease as they emerge from the ground. Roxanne has a moment to check the status of the brigade and survey the battlefield. She is suddenly hit with a premonition. Noticing the concern on Roxanne's face, Biggs draws near to ask, "What's wrong, Commander?" "Something doesn't feel right. Come with me and bring 2 more." "Aye, Commander." "Jesse, Pete, you're with me." Pete and Jesse join up with Roxanne and Biggs, and the 4 MAs venture deeper into the cemetery. Roxanne remarks with a look of growing concern, "Something is definitely not right." The 2 scatter to the sides. "I think you may be right." It's as if they're avoiding the center. Suddenly, an ominous, ear-splitting sound blares through the entire cemetery as steaming smoke erupts out of the ground. "No, it can't be." Toward the direction of the 4 MAs were heading, a gargantuan tube, larger than that of any Phantom tank encountered before, blast out of the ground. "You 3 take the left. We'll flank it from 2 sides. Hoorah!" As ordered, the 3 brigade members turn quickly to the left as Roxanne turns to the right. As if on cue, the main body of the Phantom vessel emerges from the ground. Roxanne and her brigade members begin their flank attack. Maneuvering carefully to keep balance on the shaking ground, the 4 continued their attack, but the Phantom vessel appears completely unaffected. Its long body continues to stretch out higher and higher like a serpent with an arched back. Biggs looks upon the enormous Phantom vessel with awe and terror. An S-class Phantom train. It's coming. Roxanne warns the dumbfounded brigade members as the Phantom train, as if suddenly remembering the concept of gravity, collapses horizontally on the ground. Then, after letting out a full head of steam with a blare, it begins to run straight toward the cemetery entrance. The other brigade members who had come to assist are blasted away by the renegade train, Magitech armors and all. The 4 brigade members run parallel to the Phantom's train, continuing their attack while avoiding the massive amounts of dust and shrapnel generated by its violent run. Commander, sorry, our attacks aren't going through. The brigade's current armaments are not powerful enough to damage the Phantom train. Sensing the futility, Roxanne decides to call off the attack. "General, retreat. Keep away from the Phantom train. Biggs, take the other 2 and rescue the others." "Understood, Commander." "Tama, you the ring master?" Tama appears above Roxanne's head instantly after being called. I need more speed. Coming the right up. As before, Tama deploys her threshold, and Roxanne Crimson Gear is enveloped in a halo. Deploying threshold haste. As Tama finishes the spell, Roxanne's eyes glow red. She quickly and forcefully bangs on a red button on the left side of the cockpit, completely shattering the transparent safety cover. With a high-pitched revving sound, Crimson Gear's rear engine spit out blue flames as it speeds. It's dramatically increased. Of all the MAs of the 109th, only Roxanne's Crimson Gear has a special engine capable of acceleration beyond human capacity. With help from Tama's haste spell, Roxanne is able to exceed the capacity of average humans, allowing her to maneuver Crimson Gear at blinding speed. She quickly catches up to the Phantom train and overtakes it, evading the dust and shrapnel with ease. It is not long before Roxanne can see the cemetery entrance and Lord Lancelot resting his sword against the ground, but Crimson Gear shows no signs of slowing down. Another caveat of the special engine is that once it starts, it's hard to stop. Roxanne sighs, and as the MA approaches Lancelot, he jumps out, abandoning her rampaging vehicle. Having lost his operator, Crimson Gear goes hurtling toward the cemetery wall and is destroyed. Roxanne tumbles hard on the ground after jumping off, gaining small cuts and bruises on her body and face. But this is no time to be concerned with minor injuries. Roxanne quickly approaches Lancelot and kneels before him. Lancelot is completely unfazed by the sequence of events. Shall we proceed with removing the seal? Yes, my lord, I apologize that we have to trouble you after all. With that, Roxanne takes out the key pendant that she was entrusted with and returns it to Lancelot. There is no need to apologize. This is what I am here for. After hearing those words, Roxanne is further convinced that Lancelot's presence on this day is no mere coincidence. It is not often, nay, quite rare that a Knight of the Circle, as individual members of the Order of Circle are known, accompanies Junker Brigades on missions. They are deployed on missions on the behest of Merlin, the Sorceress of Light, who divides the need for their presence through prophecy. Merlin's prophecies are said to never be wrong. Somehow, she knew that a knight of Lancelot's skill would be needed on this day. With permission from the mission commander, I hereby temporarily release the seal on my powers. With that, Lancelot uses the key handed to him on his sword. As Knights of the Circle possess enormous power, they are capable of unwittingly doing as much harm as good. That is why on military missions the seal is placed on their weapon, the source of their magical power, and the key to the seal is entrusted to the mission commander. The Phantom train draws ever closer, gaining speed. Walking slowly in the direction of its path, Lancelot unsheathes his blade. The blade shines as it resonates with the knight's magical power. As the cube attached to the sword accumulates power, a large, intricately patterned magical field is deployed around Lancelot. Come forth, Sibzen. With that battle cry, Lancelot thrust his sword into the ground, and a radiant light emanates from the spot. A Magitech armor several times the size of the ones used by the brigade begins to materialize. It is human in form, an azure giant. Taking his sword back into his hand, Lancelot now levitates in the air behind the giant's head. Perhaps perceiving a true threat, the Phantom Train sprouts fire from its cannon for the first time. A great ball of fire strikes the Azure Giant, scattering corruption across its body, or so it seems, before Lancelot shouts, "Wall," activating the spell. The wall of light that has appeared before the giant deflects the fireball with ease. With his sword in his left hand, Lancelot raises his right hand to the sky, as if to mimic the knight's motion. The giant also raises his right hand. The Phantom Train is now moments away from colliding with the giant. Just before impact, Lancelot lowers his hand, and the giant raises fist, makes the wind howl as it strikes out. Considering the momentum of the Phantom Train, Roxanne thought for certain that it would be the giant that is destroyed, but with a high-pitched shriek sound, it is the Phantom Train that begins to disintegrate into fragments of light from the point of impact of the giant's fist. Lancelot twists his palm upward, and a massive shell casing is ejected from the giant's arm, triggering a jet of fire from its elbow. The jet of fire pushes the giant's arm forward. Crouched in position, the giant now follows through on its strike. An ear-splitting sound erupts, and a spiral of light extends straight from its arm. The light envelops the entire length of the Phantom Train. Iwikit. With Lancelot's utterance, the light spiral tightens around the Phantom Train, and after a moment of silence, there is an explosion of light that turns the entire cemetery into a world without color. Lancelot then raises his sword toward the giant, and it promptly vanishes back into its cube. After the giant vanishes, so does the light. The Phantom Train is also gone, as if it never existed. After a time, small particles of light fall from the sky like snow. The brigade members, in awe of the spectacle, let out a victorious roar. So this is the power of the Knight of the Circle. It is not the first time Roxanne has witnessed it, but seeing it again only deepens her feelings of awe and disbelief. The result of today's mission: 8 injured, no fatalities, S-Class Phantom Train vessel eliminated. Despite several casualties, it is the kind of result that could mean medals for all involved. Deep in the catacombs of the castle, at the heart of the capital city, is a giant space known only to some in the Order of the Circle and the Sorceress Merlin. In one corner of that space, a jangling of chains can be heard. These are the glowing chains that bind a giant white dragon. The creature whimpers softly in discomfort, shedding jasper-colored tears. By the dragon's foot stands a hooded woman, gazing upon the tortured creature with sadness. My prophecies are never wrong. That is the will of the crystal, but there are no buts, Merlin. A knight clad in full azure armor, hiding even his face, interrupts Merlin's voiced thoughts as he approaches her. Why are you still here? Your presence here will not change our plans. It is for our own, nay, for the good of the entire world. Yes, I understand, King Arthur. The Sorceress of Light, Merlin, replies with a slight bow. The armored knight she called King Arthur observes Merlin's lament callously, then switches his gaze to a space beyond the chained white dragon. In that vast space are countless other creatures, also bound in chains. The Tale of Roxanne, to be continued. So this is kind of a big deal. The reason why I bring this up is it almost sounds like Merlin doesn't get her own prophecies. It comes from Crystal. Okay? So it is kind of odd. Kind of like fortune telling. Again, I still totally think that Roxanne is actually our god in this game, so...
Let me introduce the Giants from the Hills.
Yeah, that's us.
Hello there. I am the summoner Rydia. Something here is not right. Something about you.
Hey, you know, the way that Mirage follows you, you totally remind me of Yuna. I guess it's because you're both summoners.
Huh? You mean you know Lady Yuna?
Yeah, we met her. Back on the upper continent. She was really a lot of help to us.
We might not even be here if Yuna hadn't pointed us in the right direction.
Oh. Well then, I suppose you can't be all that bad. There now. You hear that? These two say they're friends of Lady Yuna. That means you can trust them. For the time being, at least. So let me get this straight. You're searching for the 4 keys recorded in the prophecy?
Yeah. We came to Babel because we heard one of the keys was hidden here, in a valley of fire.
Right. But, you know, the keys are part of the Crimson Prophecy.
Crimson Prophecy? So wait, you mean there's more than one version?
Yes. There used to be a single prophecy, the Azure Prophecy. It only spoke of 4 sigils, and said nothing about keys. It was much more abstract.
The Azure Prophecy is heresy!
This is no business of yours.
Lies! Only the Crimson Prophecy is gospel!
Are you a summoner or not? You should pray that fate guides you to the Crystal Tower.
The Crimson Prophecy is clear. Flanked by mirages, the chosen ones shall acquire 4 keys.
From the Crystal Tower they shall mount the heavens, where God will grant them the gift of eternity.
So long as you know to look for the signs, the keys shall be found.
So do as the Crimson Prophecy commands of you.
Ugh. All you hear these days is that nonsense.
Yeah, no kidding. At least they're not breaking any laws or getting violent, but it's still creepy.
What do those fools know anyway? The Azure Prophecy was written by the first summoner. It's the Crimson Prophecy that came later. The whole thing is nothing but a sham.
Still, that sham seems to be the prophecy folks believe in.
Unfortunately so. That's why I came here to sort the truth out myself. Tell me then, why are you searching for the keys like the prophecy says?
You see...
So you're telling me that your mother shares the same name as Lady Lusfarna? And you're looking for the Herald's castle to find her?
I get it. If you really are the Giants from the Hills, all you have to do is follow the prophecy, and you might wind up there anyway.
Right. There's actually more to it. Someone told us we would find our family as long as we kept collecting mirages and pressing onward.
Well, whatever the case, it seems the only way to prove which prophecy is true is to accompany the two of you to the Valley of Fire. In a way, you'd be accompanying me and doing me a favor.
What do you mean?
Oh, never you mind. So, are we ready?
Are we ready? We don't even know which valley to go to.
I've already figured it out. The valleys of Babel are numbered, and I believe the one we are looking for is Valley 7.
All right, Placey Place, here we come.
Now
Place
you're forgetting
place.
entire names?
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother. You see, my grandson's birthday is coming up soon. Is there any chance you would be willing to bring me some? I'd be very grateful if you could. You would? Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Oh, I know it's not.
Yes, I knew that you'd talk to me. I was getting whenever a kid.
Yeah.
Valley 7 is east of the here.
Yep, it's east of here. Pretty big.
I think my fur is the melting.
Valley of Fire, you are way, way too fiery. You okay?
Oh, I'm all right. Shall we?
Dude, I'm burning up.
Me too.
Just think about cold things. And then think about them melting. One wrong step, and we're finished.
Ah! Why are you sneezing? It's like 500 degrees in here!
Oh, is that it?
Let's make this quick.
Do your worst. We did it!
Good job.
Alright. Got the treasure chest. 2 high ethers. I still love it how this is like right here. And I have no idea what it does. Just kind of creepy stylistic effect of fire.
What's going on? We'll never be able to put out a fire this big. Not with the mirages that we've got. I can't take it! Huh?
What?
Huh? Don't just stand there gawking like that. We can't just leave her to fend for herself.
Right! We gotta go after her!
What Heather said. I think she went back.
Yep.
I think she went back this way, right?
Nah.
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, please, piece of cake. Well, that ought to do it.
Oh, wait!
Really? Do we get anything heavier than that? That's funny. I seriously don't have something heavy enough. Actually. Really? Okay, 6, 4, that's 11. I need to be a little bit heavier. Getting the right size is annoying as hell. Six, 4, 3. Okay. Now it's done. hello, something underneath it.
No kid gloves for you.
This won't take long.
So there's a phoenix. It's weak to water.
Take this! That was a good fight.
Oh yeah!
I like Apocrypha 5. I'm not gonna read it here. I'll read it a little bit later, because if I read them too often, they become a burden. This way I came in, I need to go this way. Alright. Seriously, why is this... Whatever.